Appreciation Week or something like that. And we're here for y'all to ask us any kind of question. We work on the power lines. We make sure that your power stays on, your light stays on. We have storms, anything like that. We're the men that they get called out to go to work, regardless. We got to go out and work. We make sure that your lights stay on, your Game Boys stay on, if it ain't battery powered, and just about anything. We're around all the time. Anytime anything happens in 24 hours, we're still out. We're around all the time. We make sure that, well, y'all have just got power. Is there any kind of questions y'all want to ask us? From the poles or the power lines? Yes.
What's probably the hardest weather that y'all ever had to work in?
Ice storms.
Oh, yeah.
We work in the heat, we work in the winters, and all this and that, but really the worst that affects us more than anything is wind and ice. Ice will get on the power lines, just like you see across the road there. Now these lines, they've got a lot of power on them. Actually, if you put two wires together up there, you got over 13,000 volts. 13,000 volts can really hurt you, can hurt you bad. It can even cause death. We wear safety equipment, we wear gloves. I ain't got my gloves still. We wear gloves to where our field, we don't kill nothing out. That way your power will stay on. If we got trouble somewhere, we put these rubber gloves on and what you call hands-on. We will actually put our hands on a live wire. That's one thing. If y'all ever see any kind of line, a wire, it don't matter what it is. If you see any kind of wire laying on the ground, please stay away from it. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell someone about a wire. Because at any time, that wire can get you. Stay away from it. These gloves, the stuff that we got, are rated for us to work on, high voltage stuff. And we work from the big wire, plumb down to the wire that goes into your homes. We work on all sizes. Anything else? Work city like gas and water. Our trucks, we got a fleet of trucks and we go all over this town. Where it's at, we're there. But hopefully in a short period of time.
Yep. You know the wire that hang on the ground from the pole there? My little sister, she always hang on it.
They just never hang on the wire. Never hang on the wire. If you turn around and look at that pole right over there, that's got their transformer.
Yeah, that's what she used to hanging on.
Yeah, she's talking about
on the guy wire. Okay, that's a guy wire. That is to hold that pole.
Listen, guys.
So it won't go nowhere. Anything around a utility pole like that, you should stay away from it. If you see one of us out there working, usually we have cones around the trucks. It's required. Don't never cross a cone. Don't get close to us. Here's one thing. If you see one of these big trucks out working, you want to try to stay away from as far as you can because, for instance, this is a bucket truck. This truck goes way up in the air. He's going to go up here in a minute and just show you how high he can go. But if any part of this truck touches one of those wires and someone walks up and touches that truck or gets close to it, it could shock you. It could get you. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Yeah. So whenever you see one of us out working, you see cones around it, it's a caution. Just kind of stay clear of us. We have, that's hard to work, ain't it? We put these gloves on. That's a rubber. And then we got leather on the outside, so nothing will stick through that glove. And if you put these gloves on, all the tools that we use, from anything, that you can see in my hand, it's very hard. It's hard to control everything. That's why, but it's a safety thing. As you see here, Jake, when we go up in a bucket or anything, he's got a harness on. Just in case something happens here, bucket tips over, Another car comes down the road, don't see that big white truck, and they hit that truck and jars his bucket. He falls out. Well, guess what? He's got a harness on. He's not going to go very far. He's going to fall down, but he's going to go ting, ting, ting and stop. He's going to be hanging up there like an old scarecrow or something. And then we just sit there and let him hang until we get ready for him to come down. All the stuff that we use is what you want to call up-to-date equipment. We have got stuff, it's not like the old ways. We got more and more safety features to our equipment now than we ever had before. Any more questions? What about the helmets? Everybody's got to wear a hard hat. You know why? They don't hit yourself in the head with something. Being, if you're on the ground working, anything can fall. If a man's up in the air, here's your good example. He's up in the air working. You're down here working, or you just walking around? Well, just think, something like this right here. If it fell, it's going to hit that head, that hat. You don't want to hit that head. You got to wear a salt. You got to wear a hard hat, just in case something was dropped. Now these are small tools. Okay, they would hurt, but you grab a hold of something like this, and if he dropped that and these lines broke, that's going to hurt. That will hurt right there.
Controls the foot to go up and down.
Well, I tell you what, this first group, how long we got with the group?
Only 15 minutes, I think.
How many more minutes we got with
We
this?
got out here at 1.
Got out here at 1, 2, 2. Let me have him crank this up, and y'all watch him go up. Yes.
Back out.